Hello, Fantasy Goats. What's up? How are you this evening? It is your shepherd here. We are going to get into a brand new 2025 rookie mock draft. Dynasty Fantasy Football's in full swing. And man, do we love these rookies, especially in Dynasty. When we got them in other settings, you kind of sort of like got to be patient with them. You gotta have some patience, especially in a redraft. If you're gonna be drafting them really late in best balls, I get it. But in Dynasty, now that's a different story. You're making an investment, just like the NFL owners do. You are making an investment. Speaking of NFL owners, well, we'll get to that in a minute. I want to welcome in the Commissioner Rhino. We are light this evening, but that's okay. Yep. That's okay. Again, we're gonna get you a nice 4-round Superflex tight end premium rookie mock draft. We'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll do another mock draft later on next week, but we'll be back with all of our regularly scheduled content, fantasy football, NFL divisional previews and breakdowns. All we ask is that you please just like the videos, subscribe to our channel. We're growing and we're growing strong. We really appreciate all your support. So yeah, just give us a subscribe, and we ain't going anywhere. Now, Rhino, we're getting some quick news and notes. I don't want to spend too much time, but I do feel that we would be remiss if we didn't send our thoughts and prayers to all the Indianapolis Colts fans. First and foremost, the fans. I mean, and the Irsay family. Jim Irsay passed away at the age of 65. That's relatively young.
And I know. That's 6 years older than me.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I wouldn't have made that public. Don't make that public again. All right. But yes, it's young. You're young. That's relatively young. Don't know the cause of death. That's not important. What's important is what he did for the NFL. What he did for the Indianapolis Colts fans. There's a few things that I wasn't aware of that was brought to light, just by listening to the NFL insiders. All right, so it's not like I have an encyclopedia on Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay did take over the Colts from his dad, young age. So the football's been in this family from the get go. When he was coming up as a general manager and then an young age owner, like some of his mentors were the Mara family, the Rooney family, the Hallis family. These are like the founding fathers of the NFL. So we don't really, when we think of the NFL owners and the founding fathers, the Irsays, Jim Irsays of the world and his dad, they're not in that same type of tier. Be that as it may, again, he moved the team out of Baltimore. He was so passionate. He loved that team so much. He wanted to bring, I guess, the state of Indiana, the city of Indianapolis. He wanted to bring them the football, the glory, not just the Hoosier basketball, not just the Indy 500. He wanted to bring them football, and he certainly did. One of his biggest achievements, or one of his biggest moves, they're right there. They're right over there. Yes. Drafted the greatest wide receiver of all time, Marvin Harrison. And, all kidding aside, 1998, first pick overall, drafted Peyton Manning. They won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, more modern, Rhino.
Yeah.
More modern. And it wasn't, or I guess, I mean, I had to have known this part from when it was taking place because it's still recent, but I didn't. Again, it slipped my mind. He was the first outspoken owner to remove Dan Snyder.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know that the Irsay family owned the Rams and sold it to Carl Rosenblum in 1972.
Well,
And part of that deal was the Colts.
What's up, guys? Yeah, no, I mean, we know that they moved the team out of Baltimore, but I didn't know that connection. I didn't hear that connection. Nevertheless, again, he was a little quirky. All right, he battled. He had his own personal battles. All right, again, not everybody, but many people have them. So it's not like he should be, it shouldn't be like taboo that Jim Irsay had like substance abuse problems just because he's an NFL owner. Substance abuse in my mind doesn't discriminate. And I think his dad, or I know his dad, it was reported yesterday or spoke of yesterday that his dad died of alcoholism. So, I mean, it ran in his family. Nevertheless, the guy loved his team. He loved the city. He loved the state. He loved philanthropy. And his daughter will now take over.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. That's it. Hello, Sniper.
Loved by his players, too.
Yes. Yeah, no, the players loved him. He was a little curt, like he's late night tweets. Going off on rants, but whatever. I see that all the time, all over the place. It's just, again, it gets magnified, right? It's magnified when it's someone that is a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Sniper, the GOAT. How are you this evening? The Fantasy Goats Invitational is closed. Congratulations. Let's get ready to rumble.
Go.
We'll hold votes as early as maybe later tomorrow on draft date, on draft time. Not draft time. Well, yeah, time.
Yeah.
And timer. I'm sure that you guys, I'm pretty sure that you guys both want timers to be slow. That's fine. There are many requests that it has to be slow timer. That's fine. So all you have to do is vote on it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's not an issue. All right, let's get into this. Let's do this thing. What do I have to do here? I should pick a team. I'll claim the first spot because that's easy. Let's go. It's not selecting. It's not letting me select. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right. We're going to share the screen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The soldiers do have the first pick. The soldiers will select Minty. No. No. Oh my God. CPU auto off.
All right. Just tell me when. Hey, right here, I'll go. What up, Robert? How you doing, brother?
Talk us through it.
I am going Tyler because it's tight end premium. This is a good spot to get Tyler Warren because it's tight end premium. He should do.
What we should do is reset. Is what we should do.
Robert's part of the league number 5 invitational and drafting with me in Vegas. Looking forward to Vegas. Scott Fishbowl 15 live draft in Vegas.
That's going to be lit.
Yeah. You're in New York, right?
Mm-hmm. 3rd year in a row. Yeah, look, Mr. Irsay. We would call him Uncle Jim. You know, because again, he was a little quirky. He was a little like eccentric.
Yeah.
You know, but still, he was a people's owner. He was a very like he loved his team. You could see that. Excuse me while we fight through our technical difficulties. Modern technology.
Yeah.
We're still not on top of it.
We're
We
getting
are.
there. We're
No,
getting there.
we are. It's just like if you don't have one thing set the right way, then you're up the creek. What
My
else? What
words
else?
there.
What else? What else?
You got people that watch this that are going to watch us draft and going to know, like Sniper, be sniping us in our she's League One with us.
Oh boy.
Any, what do you think is going to happen with Rogers? Think he's going to sign with Steelers or not? So ask the goats in the comments.
Of course,
Where's Rogers go?
of course he's gonna sign with the Steelers.
And I guess he's dealing with, I guess somebody in his inner circle is dealing with cancer. So that's why he's not signing. Supposedly he's not signing in Minnesota. Minnesota traded for Howell. They got true backup.
Not even sure if we should do this. Yeah, we might as well.
All right, I'll go Jack Best right here. I like him.
What's new? We're doing a new one.
Yeah. I like his capital. He's going to play. I think he might by end of the season might be wide receiver 1 after Bowers. I mean Bowers, we know Bowers is pretty much wide receiver 1 on the team.
Jack Bowers.
Jacoby Myers is in a rookie contract, or not rookie. He's in his last year of his contract. He's not a Pete Carroll guy or the GM guy, so I'm not sure how much. Okay.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with Jacoby Myers and the potential of Jack Best is there's potential for him to carve out the Jacoby Myers role.
Yeah.
If he balls out, if he's everything as advertised, if the Raiders hit a home run on that pick in that spot, he'll get more of the snaps. Jacoby Myers will get relegated to a rotating position. So
Yeah.
I mean, like it's there for him this season.
Very much so.
Now again, if Jack Best does, the flip side to that is if Jack Best, okay, it's taking him a while to learn this playbook or not make any mistakes when it comes to practice or in game, which is obviously worse. Jacoby Myers is going to be on the field because
Right.
Jacoby Myers has been in this league long enough where he doesn't make these types of mistakes.
No, and he's
we're
criminally
aware of.
underrated too. 1 drop last year. One drop.
Jacoby Myers is look. The way I look at it, if you're still playing in this league after being traded more than one time, 2 times, usually more than once, and if you're still doing well, you're a professional. Who cares about it? A lot of guys that get traded one time, and that's basically the end of it. Your career is over. Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this one works. For the love of God. This is the old one. I don't want this one.
Once you go to you're in Texas. Once you do a live draft in Texas, Mel, Don't they have a Scott Fishbowl live draft in Texas? Go to Texas, do a live draft.
Cheese and beer shirt. I'm sure that's cheese and beers for
Devontae M's is with the Rams.
For Packers. I ordered an SFB shirt, as a matter of fact. Mine is orange and blue, baby, blue. That's not even my division, but in the spirit of the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Championship, I decided to go with the Knicks shirt. Mine's on the way. All right, so CPU should be off. I'm hoping. No. There's got to be another. All right, let's see if this works. If not, 2 minutes. No. All right, let's see this. All right. So we've got 2 minutes, Rhino. 2 minutes to go.
All right, so number 2, would we do Travis Hunter, or that's too high?
If I'm in this spot, I wouldn't be taking Travis Hunter here.
Probably.
I think he's already going a little bit too high than he should be, but I think 2 would be a little too high. Look, I think the consensus number 2 pick has been Omarion Hampton.
Yeah.
You could do one of the other running backs. I mean, it's usually it's been Omarion Hampton.
Right. All right. Let's do Omarion Hampton then.
Set the player manual. Set player. Omarion. And from here, team 3. Team 3 is not going to pass on the quarterback.
No. Go Cam Ward.
Okay. We know he's starting right away, folks.
Yep.
We know that he's a little bit light in the weapons department, but I think Tennessee might surprise us.
I think they'll practice a lot.
I mean, Cam Ward's got the talent. At least we think. I think he's got the talent. He's got the pocket awareness. He's got an arm. It's just the $1 million question for this man is going to be how are the receivers? Are they getting open? Is he connecting with Calvin Ridley? Or is he going to turn? Restrepo into like the slot merchant of Julian Edelman's days? I mean, like, and if that's the case, though, then that's okay. Like, but I mean, I don't necessarily see that with Cam Ward in his game. I see I see him utilizing his slot receiver in very specific situations. But yeah, no, the $1 million question there is going to be his weapons. Let's not also forget they've got tight ends over there.
Yeah,
Chigokankwa is I mean, like, he's middle of the pack. He's middle of the pack, but he's competent. He's a competent tight end.
And they drafted Gunnar Hill.
And they drafted one. You should come to New York.
Plus, they got a great running game.
Come to New York.
Come to Vegas.
Or go to Vegas. Sniper, you go to Vegas. You gotta prepare to be at the tables. You gotta be able to roll the dice like you do in fantasy.
So number 3, what would you do? TEP or too high?
No, it's not. Again, this is more along the lines of what's your cup of tea. What is your team needs?
Yeah.
TEP McMillan over here right now is okay. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to fall any further down the board. He got draft capital pretty high from Carolina. He's got dare I say, maybe a breakout quarterback, folks. Maybe.
He's
Certainly the
showing
way,
signs of it last year.
certainly the way he played last season at the end of the year, Bryce Young was slinging it around. He was rushing it around. Look, TEP might be the missing piece here. Let me put it this way, Rhino. I'm more higher than TEP because of the landing spot
Mm-hmm.
than I was before the draft. With the talks of him going to the Cowboys or the talks of him going to the Chargers.
Yeah.
I like
Cardinals.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I like this spot for him. I do, and I also think that this is going to help Xavier Legette. Goats. That's right. Keep that name. Put that pin there. Put that pin on Xavier Legette, the horse aficionado. Xavier Legette could wind up catching 80 balls this season. All right, so here we're gonna go with we're gonna kind of go chalky here.
Where you gonna go?
We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with Travis.
Okay.
So like, okay, here's the deal. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am. Yeah, the hotels are too pricey. In New York, yeah. I've got. We could figure out other housing accommodations for you, though. Sure, we could. We could probably. We could probably put our collective heads together and figure out something else. But back to Travis Hunter. Look, here's the range of outcomes for this dude, and it's not very wide. He's playing alongside of Brian Thomas Jr. Now, here's one or two things are going to happen. Travis Hunter is going to play wide receiver over 50% of the time. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's going to be a wide receiver 2 on that team because Brian Thomas Jr. is the alpha wide receiver. If Travis Hunter plays more wide receiver, plays more of a full-time wide receiver role, then the conversation has to be, okay, well, now can he become like the 1A on the team?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's possible, or I don't really foresee that. So you got two things working against Travis Hunter. He's got already a very talented wide receiver playing alongside him. B, they want to at least experiment, putting him on the field as a DB.
But he's a good DB though too. So it's gonna be interesting, like you said, how they play it out. I mean, I don't know how much we'll see in the preseason with what they'll use. You know, I know you see a bunch of film on him on
Look, here's what I call again. I
him
feel
playing wide receiver. You're not seeing anything leaked about him playing DB. But then all the stuff you're seeing about him playing wide receiver are people are just hating on because he stumbled out of a break. Oh, he didn't catch that ball. Maybe he thought it was a DB. It's this right now, folks. Right now, it's all smoke and screen crap. You're gonna see people that are gonna hate somebody, and that's all you're gonna show is the crap, the bad stuff. They won't show the good stuff because guess what? Every damn receiver in the NFL drops passes in OTAs and training camp.
This is smoke. This is smoke season.
Period.
This is smoke season.
Yeah.
I think that'll be
don't.
That'll be a title I'm going to use. Smoke season. Here's the. Everything you said is definitely true. Allow me to add that the reason we are also seeing clips of him playing wide receiver is also because that's where he's more raw. Mm-hmm. And they need to refine him. They need to get some of this polished out as a wide receiver because they didn't draft him that high just to be a DB. They did draft him that high because they want him to be a weapon. They need him to be a weapon for Trevor Lawrence. And lastly on this topic with Travis Hunter. Again, even if they reach the potential ceiling of like 1,100, maybe 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns. That's a good wide receiver too. I don't think Trevor Lawrence can't support 2 wide receivers, especially to make 2 alpha wide receivers. He's only going to make one of them an alpha. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is that quarterback. Plus, we don't see.
I don't think, and you know what? Hunter's not an alpha receiver either. He's not.
Plus, I mean, just survey the league. At the very best, at the very height. Look at Jamar Chase, and then look at T. Higgins' stat line. I mean, I think you. No one is suggesting that all of T. Higgins had a bad year. It's just like if one guy's getting all the food, there isn't that much left over. They just happen to in Cincinnati. They just happen to be at a very, very big dinner table.
Yeah.
Teammate is going to go. Our guy over in Cleveland found himself a fantastic landing spot.
Junkins.
Quinshon Judkins.
I think right here either Junkins or RJ Harvey would be good. So if Junkins went right here, then the next pick would probably be RJ Harvey.
We definitely could have done RJ Harvey at Team 8, considering we believe that he's going to be the primary ball carrier, the feature running back. There, as it sits now, there isn't much competition for him. Although I'm still a little cautious on that. I am. I'm cautious that Sean Payton pulling out of his bag of freaking tricks doesn't get something out of Audric Estime, doesn't get something out of Jaleel McLovin, and someone else is going to be on the field with the rookie RJ Harvey. And no matter how good we think RJ Harvey is, no matter how much you want to talk about smoke, I mean the dude surfaced in a photo with Sean Payton's daughter. I mean, it's got everybody going all over the place.
So Robert wants to know about the Jags' new coach elevating Trevor. That's it. It's interesting because Liam Cohen, who came from the Rams, went to Kentucky, and then went to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield had his best season as a pro with him as OC. But does Baker clear Trevor Lawrence? That's kind of a question to ask. And the fact that Jacksonville doesn't have Godwin, they don't have Mike Evans, they don't have Bucky Irving, they don't have the weapons that Tampa Bay has. It'll be interesting. If he does, if he makes him the generational talent that he was claimed to be when he got out of college, that would be a good thing. It'd be a good thing for fantasy football. Very good thing.
It's not that it's not that the talent isn't there. It's just that there's been inconsistency. So yeah, if Liam Cohen and his staff in Jacksonville are able to unlock something in Trevor, it's obviously something that we're not going to hear about until we actually see it. So, Liam Cohen's not going to the podium with his 25-year-old general manager and like, yeah, you know what, we're working on like his 3-step drop and how his feet should be pointed. Well, Dave Canales told us that actually when it came to Bryce Young. So we should keep that in mind. So that's where I'm getting that reference from. So I don't know if we're going to hear something like, oh, yeah, we just had to tweak this or we had to dummy down the playbook to do that. It's possible, though, Robert. Can't rule it out. Team 11, almost at the 1-2. Oh, no, this is not a snake. So right over here.
Probably Loveland. Tight end premium. This would be a good spot for Loveland. Loveland or Trey Harris, I would think.
Yeah, I think you're very high on Trey Harris. I think this is where we're going to go with Jackson Dart, folks. Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart. Come on.
In the first or the
Come on, man. Come on, man. Low and Sleeper talk to us. Well, where was Sleeper when we were having our technical issues and the CPU wasn't turned off? Where were you then? Are you listening to me? Come on, man. So it was Colson Loveland. All right, so now we'll do Jackson Dart here in the Superflex. Here's what it comes down to here. And we've spoken about this before. In a perfect New York Giants world, in a perfect world in Dynasty, Jackson Dart is not rushed onto this field in 2025. In a perfect world.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how realistic that is due to the fact that it being Russell Wilson in the pole position. Now, here's the other thing, though. Interesting point, Rhino. If this team has to turn to Jackson Dart and they are a dumpster fire again, that's the end of this operation. This is the end of Dable. It's the end of Joe Shane, and the new company could very well go back to the drawing board and not want to deal with Jackson Dart. And Jackson Dart, it was just dealt a bad hand being drafted here, and we'll see. He'll wind up being someone along the lines of I don't want to put him in the same class as Trey Lance, but like something like a Justin Fields, someone that's going to really have to stay with it to get another opportunity.
I think he would get another opportunity pretty quickly, though. Especially for something like the Rams, who were high on him, but they had other needs. So, and thank you for that. We try to be informative on people.
So now,
you're back at your.
You want to do Trey Harris here, don't you?
I like Trey Harris, but Vigo Umbuka or who do you want? Who do you like? Umbuka.
I'm a big Umbuka fan.
Yeah.
I think Emeka Egbuka is got a tremendous ceiling. I think Emeka Egbuka could wind up paying dividends for us. All formats.
Yeah.
All formats this season. He's the most polished wide receiver to come out of the class. He's got the pedigree. That's why he's polished. Yeah. Tampa Bay said, "Look, Chris Godwin, man. Chris Godwin, we love you. Love you like you're like a son to us, Chris. But we're gonna draft another wide receiver in the first round.
And his contract is tradable. That's a tradable contract too. He just signed.
We're not gonna draft defense like we always do. We need a dog. We're gonna draft this guy. Oh, Mike Evans. You know how much we love you, Mike Evans. You were part of a Super Bowl team with Chris. Mike Evans, last time I checked, you're not getting any younger, Mike. So, it's Egbuka. I think he can wind up paying dividends as early as this season, all formats. Here.
Too early for Scatterboo, or would you go Golden, or would you go?
It's not too early for the scatterbrain. It's not. Just again for many of the same reasons as we're drafting Caleb Johnson and we're drafting R.J. Hardy. Cam Scatterboo's got opportunity that's knocking on his door. He could get onto that field, look at Tyrone Tracy and say, "Hold this for me."
Yeah.
Very simple. He's a strong power back that's got that. He's got that agility to get outside. He could go inside. He catch. Brian Dable didn't draft him just to be Tyrone Tracy's backup, Rhino. I'm telling you.
He's not going to start above Tracy.
Scatterboo is our pick. I think Cam Scatterboo might be Tyrone Tracy 2.0. As much as we like Tyrone,
we disagree because this will be a target point for the rest of the season with us.
I'd rather take the swing, folks. I'd rather take the swing on Cam Scatterboo later on, with the potential of him getting the majority of the carries rather than spending up on Tyrone. Now, again, That's just a matter of, okay, well, if Tyrone does pay off again this season, if he is the guy, and his 60% of the snap share is doing us justice, then the draft pick won't go by the wayside. But it could go by the wayside. This is one of the more ambiguous backfields we have.
This Scadaboo could totally bomb too.
Do you in your heart of hearts believe that?
Part of me does, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
I think I just got you too much into Tyrone.
No.
Okay. I think you just love Tyrone because we love Tyrone.
Hear me out. Part of the reason is the fact that he was in the Big 12. The Big 12 had shitty defenses, so you can't go off, oh, he ran for this many yards, he did this, did that against shitty defenses. You can't. Yeah, he can run, but he also runs a 4.6. Tyrone Tracy runs a 4.3.
Well, I said power back.
But so a power back
with agility,
so he can, and even he easily if he's not getting 20 touches, like when we talked about with Debro, when Debro was on, and Debro said he needs at least 20 touches. Otherwise, if he's getting 15 and 17 touches, he's going to be touchdown dependent, which is fine if you're a power back. You'll give him the ball on 1 yard line. But for people just to disregard Tracy like people are doing.
No.
It's fresh and new.
No, this is no. It's not disregarding Tracy as if the man lost his job, like now on May 22nd. No, we're not disregarding Tracy. This is a matter of which running back out of this backfield am I going to take the swing with?
Yeah, Tracy's more is a better known commodity than me.
So for this
if we agree on everything, this would be a crappy ass show. So
for this format,
right?
Dynasty, that I don't mind stashing in Scadaboo here in the second round. I don't mind that at all. All right, Matthew Golden did go after Scadaboo. Matthew Golden, look, we all know the situation there. Can this dude continue to ascend? That's the situation for Matthew Golden. And I mean, there's a good chance that he can. There's a good chance that he does catch, again, 70, 80 balls. I think they drafted Matthew Golden with the idea of him working very much in tandem with Jaden Reed, with Romeo Dobbs. I'm not sure what Christian Watson looks like moving forward, and I wouldn't bet on it.
We're not sure if when he gets back, because that injury was late in the season, so you figure ACL, that's at least 6 months rehab, probably, if not longer.
If
he comes back, he's not going to be 100% when he comes back.
I wouldn't bet on it.
No.
There's no way on earth could you convince me to draft someone that's this injury prone.
All right, so what Luther Burden next?
Lex Luthor. How about Jaden Higgins or Trey? Jaden Higgins or Trey Harris? Go ahead, make the case, baby.
I see a Jalen Milroe.
Okay.
I like Jalen Milroe right here because
we could do that.
I think there's a very good chance. That he could start within the first 5 games of the season. If not, start period, because they might need a mobile quarterback.
I wanted to say this the other night. I'm not sure if we're giving Sam Darnold enough credit.
No, I'll give him all the credit, but we know what happens when his O-line breaks down. It's proven. It's on film. When he was with the Jets, with Carolina.
It's the way the ghosts come out.
Yeah, with the Niners.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just say that the Seahawks get this offensive line improved? I mean, are they going to be that bad 2 seasons in a row?
They didn't. They signed. I think they signed one guy. One guy. So the rest of the rest of their offensive line is intact. They're the 29th ranked offensive line last year. They didn't change offensive line coaches, so
They didn't.
No.
It's because I know that's what I was about to ask. Like, did they maybe get some new coaching?
They changed OC.
That I know.
So one person isn't even so. Okay, let's say they improved it to 20. That's still not a very good offensive line.
I mean, I don't like the team. I mean, I like 2 players on the team.
Yeah,
but I don't generally.
Walker and
yes,
JSN.
Yes. I don't generally like that team. I'm just, again, I want to look at this objectively. Let's say all of a sudden it's week 4, and Sam Darnold really hasn't been put on his ass yet. They're 2-2. They're starting to gel. I'm just saying. Are we not giving Sam Darnold maybe enough credit? I'm not expecting Sam Darnold of last season, but I'm not really expecting Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but then again, you're drafting for the future too.
Absolutely. I'm not.
It's not that spot for Milroe.
Not saying that this selection of Jalen Milroe is a bad one.
It went Jalen Milroe.
I put Jalen Milroe here. Yeah. Yeah, you're up. You have 55 seconds. Take your time. Take your time. Trey Harris.
I like Trey Harris.
Range of outcomes for Trey Harris. I mean, he could definitely carve out. I'd like to project. It's being generous. I'd like to project him to 65, 70 catches.
Yeah.
About 1,000 yards, maybe 5 touchdowns. Again, we know that this team absolutely wants to be as balanced as possible, but they have now 2 runners. It's going to be interesting to see how that gets split up. We all know that situation. And they've got an absolute dog in Lad McConkey.
Yeah. And I think those would be good numbers for him. Rookie year. Be decent numbers.
I think it would be a little. I'm being generous. I was being generous. Not all these guys are going to pan out at all.
No, they're not.
Unfortunately, what did I hear pre-draft process from The Athletic? What did I hear pre-draft process from Field Yates? What did I hear pre-draft process? This wide receiver class is not good. That's what I heard. Now, and it's not like I took much into that, but because let's see it play out.
But they don't look that good because running back in the entire class was so good. That's how I look at it too. Could be.
The wide receiver class last season.
3 years from now, we'd be on the show going, damn, that 2025 class wide receivers are pretty tight. Pretty damn good.
How many? How many? That's the question. Yeah, of course.
Hey,
that 2025 class. How many?
I'll say 7 just to be.
I don't see that. I don't know. 7. What the? I almost lost you. All right.
You can never lose me.
I almost lost you. I'm very, very nervous. How about in the spirit of the format, because we are getting extra points because of the position and how lousy the position is altogether, Sniper, if you're listening, we will go with the Jets.
That's what I was thinking too.
Jason Taylor. Did you think that they named him Mason because it rhymes with Jason?
Maybe. Who knows?
How wild.
It's right here.
OTAs. Justin Fields is at OTAs. Looking very good. Looking sharp. Slinging the ball around. He bulked up. I love it. I love it. NFL Rumors is giving us information from somewhere else. From somewhere else that had to go get it from somewhere else. That Garrett Wilson is seeking to be a Jet for his career.
Yeah.
That he had to get that from somewhere, like a site, like a Jets.com or a Connor Hughes, a beat for SNY, or from somewhere. Maybe he heard it himself. Yeah, I want to be a Jet. I'm letting my representatives take care of that. No, yeah, well, no kidding, you are.
What do you think of Glenn's comments about Garrett Wilson? Did you see that?
Who's?
Aaron Glenn's the head coach. Comments about Garrett Wilson.
What were his comments?
That we need to feed him the ball.
Oh, that he's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. We know this. We know we need to feed him the ball. You don't have another. There's no other wide receiver on that team.
Yeah.
The $1 million question there is Justin Fields. We know that. How do you feel about the running backs here? Or
I like Jaden Blue.
Should we let this time out? Let's see what the timer does for us. Let's see who. Okay. Jaden Blue, come on now.
I'm high on him.
I got Blue. I got a piece of Jaden on the taxi.
Nice. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out too.
That's another thing, Goats.
Because now there's whispers that they are interested in J.K. Dobbins, possibly.
The only lousy part of Jaden Blue is his capital.
Yeah,
that capital is not good. Now, what's working for Jaden Blue is the fact that he's got, in my opinion anyway, his competition is not strong.
No, with Miles Sanders and Javonte, no.
So that's what's working in Jaden Blue's favor. But because like Dallas didn't have any sense of urgency to draft any of these running backs at all. And again, to Jerry's credit, or Steven's credit, they don't think their offensive line is in the right state. Status for them to then spend up on a back. And I kind of have to.
I agree.
I kind of have to respect it. Yeah.
So right here at 11, would you go wide receiver?
At this part of the draft, I would start to take swings no matter what.
And which wide receiver would you swing at?
I think I would probably swing right now on Kyle Williams or Ellick.
Yeah.
Again,
either one's gonna be a winner.
Yeah, we talked about the lack of weapons for the Titans, and I think Calvin Ridley is toast. I really do. Maybe it's Ellick Ayamayer who is the one that emerges here.
Tall target, good speed, good hands.
Smoke Travis.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
I also like this dude here. I like Kyle Williams as well. Or I don't know if I should admit this or not, but because we're fully transparent, yeah, I'm starting to buy into this dude's smoke also.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because again, that wide receiver room is weak sauce.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have much competition at all.
All right, so back over here, this is now Tyler Shuck come on down.
You pick him? Yeah, I guess. I was gonna say you pick over Shador right here.
We are gonna put him on roster again. I've got 3, 4 quarterbacks, and they're good. They're good. They're serviceable. They're doing me all right. There's no reason not to put this man and just make sure that you're stockpiled at the quarterback position. 2 seasons ago, they were going down left and right, the quarterbacks. Joe Flacco came off the couch. It was a bloodbath at quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no you want to have a good, healthy quarterback room. It's that, and team 2 is going to follow suit. He's okay. He's got a good team. Team 2. Maybe
the Shador Sanders right here.
Well, let's see.
Or you go Royals or Noel.
Brian, I'm not high on any of these guys. I'm not. Ferguson, Elijah Royals in the news today. Again, back to Seattle. They love the way he could line up everywhere.
He did in Miami, so it makes sense.
We have Hampton. This team also has Scatterbo, Scatterbrains. Jalen Noel, he got the worst landing spot possible. Jalen Royals has gained smoke because he's a Chief. Other than that, he was a 6th, 7th round draft pick. Isaac Tesla, Torrey Holton. Yeah, I mean, we're at the talent here isn't that great. The prospects, I should say. Prospects aren't that great here.
I think Tesla and Bryant might be the 2 best picks right here. I do like Torrey Horton though too. He has a clean, almost a clear path to the outside wide receiver. Because I'm not sure if JSN is going to be running slot or cut. But he's the speedster, though, too.
Cam Ward, Matthew Golden. Well, yeah. Okay, so he fumbled on his, first carry of rookie camp or his first carry of... Yeah, all right, so he fumbled. Look, if he's going to fumble the ball, right now, when it counts, it's going to be a short career. I don't care how fast he is. Let's not forget also there are competent running backs that are already in place. However, was drafted by this new team. I mean, this new GM, new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they want to see him emerge out of the room, and this could very well be a home run pick.
Said they want him to be. They picture him as the Bucky Irving on this team.
All right, so I'm here for it then.
I'm here for it too. Again, it's training camp. Guess what? Running back's going to fumble the ball. It's going to happen. Doesn't mean crap.
Shadori, ladies and gentlemen. Shadori. Team 5 is looking for a running back just to put on the
Dylan Sampson spot. Or Devin Neal would be a good spot right here. I like both of them. I still think Sampson is going to be the receiving back out of this group, the Cleveland group.
Devin Neal's got a good opportunity.
Yep, very good opportunity. He's a stud too.
Devin Neal does have an opportunity. You can't really say that Alvin Kamara is Alvin Kamara for his age. I mean, it's not that I fear him falling off the age cliff. I just he is what he is. I mean, Alvin Kamara he's not going to get you 1,400 yards on the ground. He's not even going to get you 1,000 yards on the ground. He's very good at catching the ball. He's going to get you yards that way. He has a nose for the end zone, I would say. I mean, he's gonna. Alvin Kamara is going to be there. However, Devin Neal does have an opportunity to carve out a role for himself as a rushing as the rushing back, where Alvin Kamara is utilized more as like a Swiss Army.
Yeah.
That's the way I see this.
All right. I think in my spot 7, I think I'll go running back. And I think I'm gonna go Giddens right there. I think he'll be RB2.
I like it.
He'll be out running, catch the balls out of the backfield. They want to run JT so much, save him towards the end of the season. Maybe playoffs.
See, now that's somebody that I do have injury concern with. The opposite of Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
JT doesn't seem like he could stay. Now, they're not serious injuries, knock on wood, that he's sustained over the last few years, but he seems to be, he gets hurt. He does not catch the ball that well either, or he's not asked to.
So Robert has a question. So is it worth taking a quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round, or taking a shot on an upside wide receiver or running back? Reason I ask is the hit rate for quarterbacks past the 3rd round of the NFL draft is low. I do like Neil too. I think, like, for me, I think it's the construction of your team. If you have some solid starting quarterbacks, then it doesn't hurt to take a flyer. But maybe just draft your weakest position too. That, like, if you need more help at running back, then draft the high end running back. But definitely in the 3rd or 4th round, I'm taking shots.
Yeah, so like
on the rookie draft.
If it's the 3rd round, Robert, and you've got Jalen Milroe, like right there for the taking, I would probably swing on Jalen Milroe there for sure. I would probably take Tyler Shook there for sure if he's in the 3rd round. I may even freaking take. Well, I have drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 3rd.
I'd take Will Howard in the 4th.
But but Robert,
the tail end of the 4th.
Robert makes the only GOAT point. Yeah, the hit rate isn't good. We know, how many Brock Purdy's are we going to get nowadays?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott. Dak. We're going to go as far as Dak takes us. Dak and George Pickens aren't taking you anywhere past the wild card, but that's besides the point. Yeah, no, we know that. I know that, yeah. Make a great point. The hit rate. Is it Tesla time?
It's Tesla time.
It is Tesla time here. Tesla.
I think he'll be wide receiver 3. I think he'll beat out Tim Patrick.
I think you could beat out Tim Patrick. Yeah, good for Timmy Patrick though.
Yeah.
And again, that's perseverance. That's not Deontay Johnson. That's perseverance, being injured like that back-to-back seasons to make it back. I mean, you're a professional. That's what I mean. You are a professional.
Team 10. Right, take a wide receiver.
My roster has got Caleb Johnson. Then I drafted Jadon Blue. I need to go with the best player on the board here in the 3rd round. Jalen Noel is not screaming to me best player on the board. He's not. But I do like Elijah Arroyo here.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm going to go with Elijah Arroyo. I believe I have drafted Elijah Arroyo, but the 3rd round doesn't sound right. Let me check that. I think I got this dude later than the 3rd.
Really? Well, I know in best ball you need them late in best ball.
The ball is best.
So team 11. We'll go running back right here. And go Jordan James, San Francisco. I'll do that. I'm hoping hoping they don't run CMC to the ground. I think Jordan James is a bigger, faster Mason.
What about Garindo?
Huh?
What about Garindo?
I think Grendel's going to be. He'll come in for pass catching. Is he? I mean, I don't know. That's just what I think. I think Jordan James will be the RB2. Him and Granda both had the same capital. Both got drafted about the same area. So it's going to depend on who balls out in training camp.
If I'm correct, CMC is the only running back that has the highest draft capital, and that's because he wasn't drafted by Kyle Shanahan. All the rest of his running backs are all late round draft picks.
Yeah.
Some of them work. We know.
Well,
some of them.
He wasn't drafted by Shanahan. He was traded. He got
That's
traded.
That's what I mean. The only one with the highest draft capital wasn't drafted by him.
Yeah.
Some of them work out. Some of them pan out. Some of them don't.
We don't know. We'll see.
I can think of one right off the top of my head right now. Tyrone Price. 4th round, 3rd round pick.
But he's done good. Shanahan's done good drafting late round running backs that done good. Elijah Mitchell.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
He's got a little bit of proven track record doing that. All right, we'll be doing team 12 here.
It's the fact that he's picking the dudes that he feels comfortable with operating in his zone scheme.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we here? Final round, Goats. Final round. Thank you all for joining us. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'd like to apologize.
You didn't stab anybody right here?
I'd like to apologize one more time for the technical difficulties in the beginning of the show. Other than that, thank you. How are we doing here with yeah. Oh, where's your guy? There he is.
Woody.
There he is.
I know.
Woody, baby, Woody.
Guy, Woody Marks.
Flag us, baby, flag us. It's Woody season.
All right. So then team 3.
Woody season. Love it. Team 3, I'm going to go over here.
At Gunnar Helm.
Okay.
What would you think? What were you thinking?
I was thinking Jacquez.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
In the 4th round, again, these guys most likely are starting off on my taxi squad. If I'm drafting Jacquez Hunter because I have a depleted running back core, and I have to rely on him to start, then we need to have a whole separate conversation about the rest of that team. Yeah, we're gonna go Jacquez.
All right. They'll do.
I'm not thinking that Kyron Williams is in danger or in trouble. I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking more along the lines of perhaps Blake Corum is.
Yeah. I think right here, I take a stab at Taj Brooks right here.
Or Rhino, what about this scenario? Kyron Williams is up on contract, isn't he?
Yeah, but they're working on extending him. The Rams fan base is just fun right now because some of them like one of the main content creators is just hating on him. They're hating on him. Fumble this and run rate this and power rate this. It's like you can take your analytical numbers and shove it up your ass. The dude wins freaking football games. That's my point. So they're going if they weren't looking to let him just finish out the season, then they wouldn't be trying to extend him at all.
That's my point. I'm not sure if they're looking to extend him.
They are looking to extend him.
Okay.
They're looking to extend him. Oh, look at Will Howard.
What? Because who said so? Did you hear that from Les?
Yes, Les Nee said that.
No, I'm serious. Like on Kay Adams or Rich Eisen. I don't want to hear that some content creator is saying that they're looking to extend it.
Said that. McVay has come out and said that.
Yes. I want to hear that from like Stan Kroenke or Les Snead.
Yeah, Les Snead said that right before the draft too. He said we are working and we want to extend Kyren Williams.
Now, okay. To the tails. What is Kyren Williams' camp or his agent himself like? Well, no, that's lowball. We don't want that amount. We think we need.
Well, they started. I don't know. I think Kyren Williams started at 15. I don't know where the Rams came in at, so they're negotiating.
What did Najee just get?
What's that?
What did Najee just get for 1 year?
Not much. Like 8 million, 6 million?
No, I think he got more than that. Nevertheless, he should probably get a little bit more than Najee, but I don't know.
He should get probably about 10 to 12 probably.
Yeah, that might be the issue. I mean, again, I don't know. I haven't heard anything along the lines of an extension. I haven't heard anything like this. All I know is that I think he is. Yeah, he's up for one. He's a fifth round running back, if not later than that.
Yeah, he's fifth round out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, and they have now Blake Corum, and now they just drafted another rookie.
Okay, Blake Corum then. If Blake Corum has so much upside, then they wouldn't even be trying to extend Kyren Williams. If Blake Corum has so much upside, he would play more last year.
No. Well, again, I'm not disputing that because I asked you, where'd you hear that? Oh, I heard it from Les. All right, fine. So if they are attempting to extend Kyren, yes, I'm sure they would like to keep him in the family. But for how much? That's what it comes down to. How much? No, that's too much money to tie him up for 4 more years. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, yes. It won't be 4 years. It won't be 4 years. It'll be 3 years.
3 years max. 3 years.
Probably 2 years guaranteed, and the third would be an option year.
Ali, come home, Ali. That's what I'm saying. Kyren Williams has done well for the Rams. He has played well for the Rams. So we're not disputing that. Forget about the fumbles. Well, I mean, you can't forget about him, but that's what he's made up for it, or he has, that sometimes that's part of the game where there's a difference between fumbling in consecutive possessions, consecutive games. Kyren's is kind of like sporadic.
And a lot of times when he's fumbling the ball, he's running through traffic and trying to get extra yards. He's not like holding the ball loosey goosey. I mean, he has it tight. They're good hits, and it happens, man. It happens.
What I'm suggesting is, yes, they may be taking that into consideration, for sure, but not taking it. But I don't think that they're taking it into consideration as to, oh man, we don't want any part of this dude because he fumbled the ball 4 times. I don't think that's the case. I think it's going to have to come down. I think it is coming more down to the position. And what and how they value it in terms of dollars.
Yeah.
That's all. As much as they like Kyren Williams, this isn't a Matthew Stafford situation.
No,
it's not. This is a much different set of circumstances.
Go Retro Pro right here.
We should have done Javier over here at Team 3. And, we was just so caught up in the Kyron Williams conversation. Yes, I think Restrepo is going to, I think he's got an opportunity here. He does. They got him undrafted, bringing him onto the team for Cam. I think that says a lot. That does say a lot. Right here, we're going to go with one of my dark sleepers. Dark sleepers.
Savion Williams, right?
Savion.
And then the last.
I had him first. I had Savion first. No one had him first.
Last pick, we'll do Travis Etienne. I think he might be at Rico Dowdle.
Nobody had Savion before I had Savion.
No, you're the first. You heard it first here. He said it first.
No, I had Savion before Savion. I'm sorry, who do you want?
Travis Etienne.
That's going to close it out. All right, shit. No, you're done. You're done here.
All right.
This wasn't. Wow. All right, well, guys, we really appreciate you being here with us this evening.
Appreciate it.
I might do another show now, just for the hell of it, just because. No, we're not gonna do that. Just curious, where did Woody? Yeah, here. God Almighty, I'm so sorry, Robert. We are much better than this. We are.
He went 4th round, pick 2. And that's my guy, Woody Marks.
Woody Marks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Woody. I mean, yeah, so Genty, obviously, he's going to be your 1.01. Marion Hampton is the next non-quarterback off the board in most cases. Again, I don't know about most cases, but, from there, Tech could go with 3. Travis Hunter could go with 3. Cam Ward is gone at 3. I mean, these are kind of interchangeable between these 3 to 4 players. Tyler Warren seems to be the consensus pick right here, smack in the middle of the draft. And then again, then the running back run continues from there. Again, Quinshawn, R.J. Harvey could definitely go before Quinshawn Judkins, Caleb Johnson. If you think that Jalen Warren is going to just be the majority feature down back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they didn't draft this dude Caleb Johnson in the 3rd round.
No.
Because he has a nice last name. No, this dude Caleb Johnson is very talented, fits that run scheme very, very well. Jalen Warren is on a $1.5 million restricted free agent contract, so he was restricted. The Steelers would have gotten compensation for anybody that would have plucked Jalen Warren. Nobody plucked Jalen Warren here.
He's unpluckable.
Except for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, look. If many believe that this is the best quarterback out of the class. I don't know. I think he can be. I think he's got the best receiver in the game, not named Jamar Chase. I just don't think Brian Daboll wants to get him onto the field this season.
Unless he has to.
And if he has to, it's not going well.
No.
I don't think it's going well if he has to put him on the field. In a perfect world, Russ could get this team to freaking 8 wins, 9 wins in a perfect world.
We'll see.
Tall order, considering. I mean, the schedule is not good. Their defense is much improved. So we'll see. This could also very well become. I know this is going to run counterintuitive to the Malik Neighbors takes that we have, but I mean, like, this team could very well turn more into a run heavy, defensive heavy, lower pass rate situation to play more into Russ. We can't have Russ slinging the ball all over the place.
No, it doesn't work out well that way.
Emeka Buka is the first pick in the second round. I love that pick. I love the Camp Scatterbrains pick. Matthew Golden's got a real nice opportunity. Not to be an alpha, though. If you're looking for a high-end wide receiver 3, I think Matthew Golden can be that guy. Lex Luthor Burden. Well, if there's one coach that could get him to run maybe more than one route, I suppose it's going to be Ben Johnson.
Who left the practice field with a soft tissue injury today.
And he just got injured. Look at that. So, yeah, Jalen Milroe, again, this is someone that you're swinging for the fences with. That's all. If he gets on the field, you're hoping that you're maybe getting another Lamar. Another Jaden Daniels. Imagine Jaden Higgins is the wide receiver 2 on the Texans. You want to talk offensive lines. The offensive line has to protect CJ. Trey Harris, wide receiver 2 on the Chargers. His ceiling is capped. Jack Besh ceiling. Now, he has a ceiling. It's not capped right now.
No, it's not.
He's got an opportunity. Mason Taylor has an opportunity to be the second target earner for the Jets. And that's not necessarily, again, we hear second target earner. That's like, oh, I'll take second target earner in a low passing volume system.
Do you think he will, or do you think Breece Hall might?
No, I think it would still be. I think it would still be the tight end here. I don't know if Breece Hall is going to be running this. Breece Hall is not really going to be running the same routes. Someone else is going to have to be downfield for Justin Fields. I don't know if Breece Hall is going to be downfield. Jadon Blue, there's upside. Alec Ayaminer, upside. Kyle Williams.
A lot of upside.
Big time upside. Tyler Shook in a quarterback competition to start the season. All right. Pat Bryant.
Owen's already hurt too.
And it's hurt. Pat Bryant is in a crowded wide receiver room, but hey,
but no proven ones other than Cortland Sutton.
Other than Veal. Don't forget about Veal.
Yeah.
Bashal Tuten. Kind of a crowded running back room, but could emerge. Shadori, we know the situation there. Dylan Sampson could get the nice 40% share that he wants.
2-minute warning back and throw down back. Very well hidden.
With contingent upside.
Yeah.
Let's say, as much as we would like Quinshon Judkins to be fully healthy for the rest of his professional career, sometimes that just doesn't happen. So you got contingent upside. I think that's exactly why they did it. Also, not that he has an injury history, does he? I don't think he has injury history, does he? We got Devin Neal. Look, the Alvin Kamara's on the back 9, folks. And he's not someone that's going to blow the doors off you with explosive runs, explosive catches. Yes, but not explosive runs. DJ Giddens, again, contingent upside. Ferguson's that could be a good swing. Isaac Tesla, I don't know much about. Elijah Arroyo could carve out a nice role for himself.
Yeah.
James could carve out a role for himself. Harold Fannin. Not sure if I understand that draft pick. But David Njoku has an injury history. He absolutely does.
And he could play slot. So he's like a tweener. So you can play in the slot or you play outside. So it gives him more room to move. Yeah, I mean, he could end up being wide receiver 1 on that damn team. That the whole quarterback room is great. So, what running backs do you like that we didn't draft?
Let me take a look.
Martinez for sure is one of them for Seattle.
Damian Martinez is a name that we would want to pay attention to, just in case they wind up moving one of those two running backs. The one to move, I think, would be Kenny Skywalker.
Yeah, and then Moon Guy.
Yeah, I think you've got a better shot of Nick Chubb landing, which I'm not very happy about.
And then the kid from that went to Washington, Jacoby. He's like three last names.
Skorsky.
Yeah, that's somebody. Yeah. As fab money, I wouldn't spend that much fab money on him. You know, maybe try $5 and see what happens.
Another name from Robert Goat would be Brashard Smith. A lot of people in the community like Brashard Smith.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Now again, it's a crowded running back room. You can say what we want about Isaiah Pacheco and whether he's a full go, but he's still there. They brought in Elijah Mitchell from the Niners. I don't think Andy Reid just did that for him to compete. If Elijah Mitchell doesn't become Humpty Dumpty like he normally does, I think Elijah Mitchell's going to have a nice little role on that team. And then they have Kareem the Dream. But yeah, I mean, like,
out of those two, I think Brashard Smith's probably the best pass catching.
Whenever, so that's the thing, right? So like, whenever Andy Reid makes the draft pick for a skilled position player, it's like, whoa, yeah, and it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Very well possible.
It's possible, and he'll probably look to maximize the potential out of this dude. So that's another one. I'm not sure how much money you have in Fab, or if you're looking to just even draft him.
Yeah, very, very minimal on Fab. You don't want below.
And again, look,
try it without Fab first and see. You know, you might be able to pick him up now.
Yeah, I mean, if for any of these dudes, I would probably do less than 10% of my budget. 10% of my budget, if this is someone that you're just looking to stash.
Yeah.
If you're really, really high on the dude, and Torino made this point earlier, you want your roster, you know how you want it built, your scoring. If this guy is your sixth running back, but you don't give a crap because you're in a really deep league and you see what free agency and you see who's on waivers, what that looks like. Well, and then you know what? Put a little bit more on top.
But say if he is like this, say any one of these running backs or anybody that you're throwing darts at in the late rounds and stuff, if you pick them up or on the waivers, if you pick them up and they're doing good, people are going to start calling. You might be able to upgrade through trade with that player.
That's it. That's it right there. All right. Well, it was a great hour and 25 minutes. Goats, I want to thank you very much.
For joining.
Robert, appreciate you. I hope that you make a return. Plenty of content in store for you, for many others.
Yeah,
many
can't
others.
meet you in Vegas. Have a drink with you.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. You guys are going to fucking. Holy shit. Holy smokes, I should say. All right. We'll be back next week. Enjoy your long holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Please. We want you back. We love you, goats. Just be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Don't ever drink and drive. Yeah. That seems to be like the most. It's the stupidest thing you could probably do.
Yeah. If you see a veteran, thank them.
The only and I say that today with Uber and Lyft. Like, how could you how could you even think about that? Makes absolutely zero sense. If this was 15 years ago, I don't think I would have said that's the stupidest thing. I don't. No. If you live 3 minutes away, it's a risk, but I don't know if it'd be the stupidest thing. No, that's just gotta be the stupidest thing. You have Ubers there. All right, guys.
Be safe. We'll see everybody next week.